Oh, that was interesting. Is that cauliflower tots done, baby girl? Don't point your booty at me. Those are grown women, almost in their 30s, almost in their 40s. They're grown women. Oh yeah, nice and crispy, baby. All right. You know what that big lid is? Or a container. Shrimp and spinach and Brussels sprouts, little black olives and little almonds in there. Oh yeah, that's good stuff. And that feta cheese.
Here.
Did you get that out already?
Yeah.
Are you gonna eat?
Oh no, no, we'll eat something else.
Are you gonna eat this?
No.
You gonna eat this? What about this?
Right.
How about this?
Yes.
Oh yeah, I knew you'd go for that. Hang on, I'm gonna sit back down in a minute.
Okay.
Oh yeah, it's well milk. You try some of that cauliflower?
Oh.
Cauliflower tater tots. What do you got? Salad? Cereal? Ew. Get these out. Behind you. Hey!
I have that milk right where that feta cheese was. Now where am I going to do the milk?
Oh, you put the feta cheese down the bottom. If you can. We'll sit back down. You gonna try some of these tots?
Yeah.
Are you?
Yeah.
Probably ranch dressing. Crispy tots. Put the rest of that shit up. Hear me? Still
Okay.
Alrighty then. I'm gonna take my plate over there and sit down. Good boy. Superfoods coming to the table. What's wrong with that dog? I mean, ignorant. Hey, coffee chat. STL, Alicia, you'll come up for what? Alicia, you want to? Did you end your live? I couldn't talk shit a minute ago, but I can now. Here, Alicia, you can come up. I had to sit down and get my plate. Come on up. I took some organic spinach and some sprouts and chopped that down. Sun-dried tomatoes, black olives, a little bit of garlic, and some olive oil with some shrimp. Then I made some tots out of cauliflower. Oh, good. I know. I wasn't allowed to say anything to any of them. I couldn't actually for a minute, but I'm good. Why would I go up? Why would I go up for that? There's a link, Alicia. Let's talk about it. Why would I go up for that, really? Yeah, the first thing she tells me is no kids while they're talking about my kids. I couldn't really go up there right then and there. That's okay. Why would I participate in that? I mean, it's childish. Well, I get on my own panel with the rules in mind. This is really good. I threw some feta cheese on this. This is a superfood. I want to see if Alicia still wants to come up. We can talk about it. What do you think about them tots, babe? Did you try them? I thought you said you were going to try some. No, well, Alicia can come over here. She's not bothering me. I get over shit. I dropped a link. Steph could come over here. Just Angel could come over here. I mean, sorry. In real life, if you go into someone else's yard, because they're going, yeah, come on in my yard. Come on in my yard, man. Come on in. And you go in their yard, you had to play by their rules, right? Yeah. Well, yeah, they don't want to coexist. But in Wendy V's Discord, everybody kind of coexists. I like that. These are some very angry individuals. I mean, has Steph ever made a positive video? I know Hello Starlight has. I know Alicia has. I don't watch Just Angel that much. She's kind of fun to play with. Even though she looks a little bit like Jabba the Hutt. Your wife was banned from YouTube? Is that Laura? Come on up here, Alicia. Let's have a chat. I want to pick your brain. I'll be nice to you. Ashley said was very reasonable. She can be a biatch, but she's, she can be reasonable.
All right, y'all mute, okay? All right.
I'm on your panel too.
Yeah. So how this troll account that's not from their real account, Donkey Kong, obvious it's a creator, right? That's coming at me from a troll account. You're a pussy ass bitch because you have to tell me this shit from a troll account, you dumb bitch. You can't tell it to me from your real account. Why don't you flip your camera on and then I'll flip mine on, bitch? Okay? Flip your camera on. Coming at me from a troll account can't even come from your real account. So you can shut the fuck up with that.
Who do you think that is, Alicia?
I kind of know. You got to come at me from a troll account.
Well, who do you think that is? I don't know. I don't have a clue.
There's no telling.
Why would somebody be worried about you camming up?
Because they are obsessed. That's all they care about is looks. That's all they care about. I'm getting attacked in your chat because somebody else was talking about you. So now all my haters that I don't even know these people are coming in from troll accounts.
I wasn't in your chat 5 seconds and somebody timed me out, and I didn't even say anything.
You know what, Donkey Kong? You sure you're not Barnyard? Every time you talk, you expose yourself even more.
I think about
you. 2 tacos, I will give you that. Me and you ended our battle.
I think if Barnyard had something to say, she would just say it. You know?
She did. She called me a disgusting liar and called me a compulsive liar. Okay?
It sucks when people do that. It really does.
Sure does because it's not true.
Right. These people picking me and picking me and picking me, and they don't even get to me anymore. You know what I'm saying?
What is the big deal with camming up? Why don't you tell Tiffany Marie to cam up? Lay off my ass. I'm on here for shits and giggles. I'm not on here to be Nancy Grace.
Do you really get shits and giggles out of it, though?
Do you? Do you?
Not really.
So
No.
you just come on here to pout, or you come on here to have fun?
I'm not pouting.
But do you come on here to have fun?
I try to have fun, yeah, for most part.
Okay, we went live. No, actually, I have a whole bunch of videos that I created, and I plan on doing commentary and camming up.
Oh, great.
Right. Make good videos.
Something that has nothing to do with her. Okay.
Donkey Kong, that's rich coming from somebody behind a troll account.
But
No,
Steph,
don't block
but
Alicia.
Steph, it does have something to do with me because I need to ask Alicia a question.
Block. You're blocked now, bitch. Come in through your real account. You dumb whore.
Tracy.
Yes.
Tracy wanted to ask you a question, Alicia.
Obviously, your mother's a whore.
Oh, come on. Tracy wanted to ask you a question. It's just a troll, so don't let it bother you so much, really.
Now
Seriously.
you sound like the person you're up there ragging on. Alicia, can I ask you a question?
Okay, go ahead, Tracy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What is your beef with me?
I didn't say anything. You were talking
you
about how
didn't?
Wendy, you brought something up about. Have I said anything about you on my panel?
No, but you said
Okay, then why do you think I have a beef with you?
because you said in a comment section, you said, or in a chat, you said, well, I agree with Wendy. So come for me, truth, bitch. Do you think you're scary, Alicia?
Sorry, Alicia.
Why am I echoing?
Because I think you're playing yours in the background.
And I'll play the piano. You.
Sorry, Alicia.
Okay.
Why am I echoing?
That's just your YouTube in the background. Okay. Remember we had this argument, Alicia,
Okay, so go ahead.
yeah, go ahead, Tracy.
Okay, I got it. Okay.
I want to know why you would say.
So what are you talking
come
about,
for-
Tracy?
When you said in the chat, I agree with Wendy. So come for me, truth, bitch.
So what are you talking about, Tracy?
Why would I come for you? Because you agree with Wendy.
So come for me, truth.
Because you were saying something about in that case.
Why would I come for you? Because you agree with Wendy.
You don't know what you're talking about, do you, Alicia?
Because you were saying something.
Because you didn't listen. Because you didn't listen to my live.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I didn't
'Cause
listen
didn't
to you a
listen
lot.
my
I
live.
really don't listen to you a lot.
That's good. That's fine. But you felt the need to go into a chat and say, come for me, truth, because I agree with Wendy.
Okay, I muted everything. Sorry.
As if I would be scared to come for you. But why would I come for you? Because you agree with Wendy.
Because everybody comes for everybody that supports Wendy. That's why.
No,
That's a fact. That's a fact. That's a fact.
I don't do that.
Oh,
I don't come for people
Don't
just
throw
because
me
they
in-
support Wendy.
okay. So wait, what about the last 4 months, y'all? Everybody, MGL,
What about
Laura. I had a fucking panel of 7 people that came after me just because I didn't want to fight Diane anymore.
Do
I
you
would-
not have the button to leave?
Leave what?
Well, you
Leave
did
a
come up there.
panel.
I mean, I wasn't
Yes,
coming up, but
yes.
you did come up there and say, "Come on, bitches, come on. What do you want?" Well, you came in hard over there, Alicia. You did.
I had 7 people coming up against me because I wanted to leave Diane. I mean, I didn't want to leave. I wanted to leave the drama and not go against Diane, where I was touching her real life, coming at her. I just wanted to cool off.
Right.
So Laura, we weren't even fighting, but Laura said, "Why don't you go join your buddies in supporting a scammer?" That's what started it.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I wasn't coming at you that hard.
Okay, but
I'm-
anybody we know, anybody that supports Wendy or Randy is considered, oh well, you're supporting a scammer that's supporting a scammer. Y'all come at everybody that supports Wendy.
No, I've never
I
said
don't.
that.
Okay, well that's what I thought. I'm like,
you see,
y'all you two do seem to come at
See,
Wendy. Y'all seem to go at
I
Wendy.
s-
Y'all seem to go at Wendy
no,
more
no,
than
no, no,
anything.
No. See, I supported Wendy. Until she got her knickers in a knot because I was in somebody's chat, like, I don't know, like Sweet 666, and Wendy made the comment, well, we've lost the truth to the dark side.
Who the fuck
Well,
cares?
no, you didn't lose me anywhere. So that's when I quit supporting Wendy.
She
had a
also
lie
said
the
that
other
she didn't
day that-
judge the lady for not wearing a bra. I mean, come on, not everybody wears a bra.
I don't wear a bra.
I don't have a bra on right now. But what I said, this is exactly what I said. I said Randy was trying to talk true crime when Wendy jumped in and made it about Tiffany Marie. That's what I said. And then you came into the chat and said, I agree with Wendy. So come for me, Truth, bitch. And I'm sitting there going, why would I come for you, Alicia? Because you agree with Wendy.
Okay, well, as long as you agree not to come at
But
me.
I will tell you that if I had something to come at you for,
Yeah, it echoes.
I'm not afraid of you, Alicia.
Alicia. Alicia, you're
Why
not,
is your whole chat attacking me?
I don't know, Alicia. I mean, I had that over in yours.
I haven't never
Why
seen
is your whole
somebody's
chat
account.
over?
I had that over in yours.
Crowd pleaser?
Why?
Okay. It's
You
quite
have one of the
obviously I'm not. It's
nastiest
quite
chats I've
obvious
ever
I'm not a
seen
follower.
going on.
I stood on my own and backed away.
You did.
That's not
I
being
did.
a follower. That's standing on your own.
Let me tell you something. It's really
Yeah,
hard.
me too.
Like when you were up there on Molly's panel, everybody gets a turn at being dragged, right? You were kind of getting dragged a little bit. And it's hard. It was hard for me to sit and watch that because we used to be good friends. So when you said you had 7 people coming at you, I was not coming at you. Because it's hard for me to sit and watch somebody I used to be friends with and have conversations outside of YouTube, have that happen to them. But it happens on YouTube. You handled it pretty well. I mean, of course, now you're back. You said you wanted to step away from the drama, right?
I had to. I had a lot going on.
Right, but you said you wanted to step away from the drama, and now you're hanging with these people that want nothing but drama. And I don't understand that about you. You got more to offer to YouTube than this fighting and bitching and
I sure
making stuff.
do, but I'm called a compulsive liar. I have a lot to offer, and I've made a lot of content, and I plan on taking it to going a different avenue. I've already edited everything, and I plan on commentating everything and camming up and having a really cool background that I'm doing in my house. But these assholes want to just come at me every which way. That are my haters just because they're following
Laura
someone.
and Molly?
No.
How many people
Laura
are
and
coming at you?
Molly?
No, Molly has moved on, but she still continues to attack people's parenting. Why is she saying that we don't care about our children?
I didn't hear that. Last I heard about.
Did you hear what was said? Did you hear what was said on your panel about Molly's parenting? Because
Okay,
it sounds like
and
to
did
me
you
it's a
hear
little
what
tit for
Molly has
tat
said about
going on.
And have you heard about what Molly has said about everyone else's parenting? Or you just as a
Yes, I
selective
think
hearing?
it's disgusting.
Thank you.
No, I think it's disgusting all the way around.
Mm-hmm.
But
Okay.
when does 2 wrongs make it right?
It doesn't matter. She's always coming at people's parenting. It needs to stop. She wants us to leave her alone. Then she needs to stop writing about us in Patreon and stop coming at our parenting.
Are you in her Patreon?
How do you know what she's writing about Patreon?
Because people have told me. It doesn't take
So she has
rocket
moles in her
science to
Patreon.
figure it out.
Are people sharing screenshots from her Patreon too?
I'm not going to go there.
Well, because that's doxing.
It sure is, especially when my information's being doxed in there. Your friend's doxing me.
If somebody is giving you information out of her Patreon, you know how to handle that, right?
Nonsense. Of what?
The point is, if she wants to be left alone and move away from the drama, it needs to start with stop saying that we don't care for our children and that we're horrible parents. Go feed your children when she hasn't even fed her own kid. Okay? Go worry about your kids when she's on live just as long as we are.
Mm-hmm.
She's a hypocrite.
But
And how many times has Molly
I don't care
lied?
about your fight with MGL or Laura. I really don't.
I'm not fighting with Laura, but Laura says shit and then I'll comment on it. Laura called me an insecure whore because she thought I was a troll account. I wasn't that troll account.
you used to ride so hard for Laura.
I did.
Remember
I
when we were
community.
friends, when we were friendly, or I told you, I said, I just can't kick it with people that kick it with Laura, right? Remember? And you would
Yeah, that's true. I don't go after someone's parenting unless they come after mine first. I don't go after anyone's looks unless they come after mine first. Okay? I got Barnyard calling me a compulsive
No, but you
liar.
hang with people that do.
What? Go after looks? You hang with people that do too. Okay? So we're both wrong.
Yeah.
Okay? But I don't do it. That's what makes me right.
I thought you were on a different maturity level than two of those people that were on your panel.
Yeah, I don't do it either.
I don't do that because I could find content online on YouTube.
Well, I was just curious why you wanted me to come for you. So,
Well, I thought, hey, you go after people that support Wendy. That was my thought.
I'm getting down. I just wanted to know why you wanted me to come for you. I don't.
Well, Alicia likes to
Okay.
fight sometimes. She
All
does
right.
like to fight.
Mm-hmm.
Alicia, what is it about fighting so much? Does it help?
I'd rather physical fighting than this shit.
Well, I
honestly.
mean, like the other day,
All right.
you came in my chat and you said, when are we going to have a fight?
It was a joke. You took it literally.
No. I didn't know if you were meaning seriously or not. Because
No.
that's what happens on your panels anymore. It's just bunch of people fighting.
Well, because we are venting on how look at all the hypocrisy here.
Mm-hmm.
So we have a life coach that could talk about everyone's parenting while she's bashing us and doxing in Patreon, but yet we can't come back and say you're wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then.
You can say whatever you want, but it works on both sides. You know, I used to get all the time from people.
Dude,
I used to get, why is a man in women's drama? What is a man doing in women's drama? I used to get that all the time.
the first two people in your chat when you went live were my two haters. The first two people.
Who was it?
Barnyard. Okay, and then you got Carla that's really not that much of a hater, but she's on their side. Two people, and they started shit talking as soon as they came in your fucking chat.
I wasn't in your chat 4 seconds, and then I think it was Jennifer Lynn that timed me out for nothing.
Okay.
I didn't say anything.
Okay.
So it happens. And then there were people in your chat talking about my wife, talking about my kids.
And they talking about exposing me. I don't do anything fraudulent, for one. For two, are you threatening to touch my real life? Because we can go back and forth with that. 3, talking about how we had private conversations. So are you threatening to be a shitty person again and expose conversations in private? Because I could do the same thing. I got 2.5 years of private conversations, so we could do that.
But when you do that, that's not
Okay.
You know that, right?
Right, but I got 2.5 years of private conversations. Let's go.
There's no
Whenever you're ready. Whenever you're ready.
I got accused of doxing because I shared someone's YouTube channel.
Right.
That's
But
not
I mean, I have tons and tons and tons of conversations. Let's go. And 3 iPhones full of text messages all the way back from the Oni days. Okay?
Is there such thing as attempted doxing?
Attempted doxing.
Like when you're telling somebody, I've got this and I've got that. Is that like?
Yes, that's what was done in your chat.
Oh, somebody did that to you?
Yes, in your chat.
Well, hey, I I guess we're not responsible for our chat. You weren't responsible for yours. I don't take what the trolls say in somebody's chat as the creator's fault. Not always.
Right, but it was said in your chat.
The first thing you said to me is that I could come up, I could be in there.
Quotes came in here and said that.
You said I could be in your chat, but I can't say anything about anybody in your panel. And as soon as you said that, your panel started saying shit about me.
No, I mentioned I don't have any issues with you anymore.
No, well, we didn't have issues in the first place. Not really.
Well, I think you were rooting for Molly Golightly, and you got kind of on the hate train. That's what,
No, I wasn't talking shit about you. I wasn't. Even when you were on the panel, if you go back and listen to it, if you got clips of it, just listen to how I'm talking to you.
Mm-hmm.
Because we were tight at one time, and
Yes,
I have a hard time doing that to someone that I used to be tight with.
Thank you.
They were you and Laura. It was mostly you and Laura, right? All I did was kind of I agreed a little bit, but I wasn't going to talk shit about you. That wasn't going to happen.
Okay, I can respect that.
Right? Because just because we're not as tight as we used to be, doesn't mean I like to see people. I didn't like to see you getting dragged, but I knew that you can handle it. Yeah. Even though you you flipped out there for a minute, but then you're all right. But you got to know that if we're going to be on YouTube, everybody gets a turn at being dragged. Everybody gets a turn.
Right. I've been dragged so many times, Brian. And then the first time, like the first 6 months I was in the community, I was deemed a swatter. So I get it. But like with all of this, like as soon as you go live, okay, they're in here shit talking, saying the same thing they always say when someone goes live about me.
I know some people on the other side, if you bring up something that happened a long time ago, they say, "Oh man, that happened a long time ago." But some of the people that were over there, they can bring up something from 3 years ago.
I've admitted everything I've done.
I don't think you're any worse than anybody else around here, really.
Right. So what I don't get what you're fucking coming in here and talking shit on. They say the same thing and over and over and over again.
I tell you one thing, your trigger is really greased up and ready to fire. You get triggered easily, Alicia. And I think you're smarter than that.
I don't really get triggered. You know how much shit talking the trolls do on my channel and I ignore them?
Well, if you latch on the one that says something you don't like, you'll latch, you get stuck on it. Mm-hmm. And it's like you said, these people have to come in and fake names because they can't put their name on what they're saying. That's why I've always used my real name. Right. I don't think when people call me BSJ that they're doxing me because that's not my YouTube name.
It doesn't mean anything if you got to come in here from a troll account and say it.
Yeah. And I had one guy, Rex, say, "Oh, that's why you got to go date people, marry people that's got Down syndrome, blah, blah, blah." I mean, come on, man. Really, dude?
And Truth Teller 04, and Laura's not easily triggered?
Laura gets triggered, but she doesn't flip the fuck out.
She goes live every time someone talks about her.
That's her.
I'm not flipping out right now. I'm talking normal with you. That's
well, you're not flipping. You have in the past.
I have. That's the past. And so has Molly. So has Molly. So has Molly. And so has Laura. Okay?
Why is it okay? Alicia's live is trashing you, Brian. Well,
see, this person's doxing someone's photo. That's not cool to me.
Whose photo is it?
I'm not going to say it because then that's going to bring it out. Like they're doxing someone, so they're blocking.
So if somebody puts up a picture of somebody on their panel, even if they've made it like a funny picture, that's doxing them?
It doesn't matter. It's not. It's somebody's photo that shouldn't be doxed. It's not fair.
I don't think that's a dox.
I never. Tacos. I mean, I apologize to Tacos, but you sure enough rolled up in here when he went live.
Alicia is live.
I thought she was going to talk about it.
Here's the thing. Alicia is live and Rex is trashing you. Well, see, Rex goes wherever Stephanie is.
Rex isn't on my panel.
That's what it says. That's what I'm not watching your panel. So
Rex is not on my panel.
It says Alicia is live and Rex is trashing you. I'll try to have
Where's Rex trashing you at? Not.
That's all he
not
does. He's so obsessed with me. I keep telling him, no, dude, I don't have any crack. And I said, no, you can't suck my dick. I'm not going to let you do it. And ever since I've done that, he's just been trashing me ever since. That's just all he is. Canadian fucker.
Let me ask you something. A lot of people say, wait, let's see. Is it a dox if you've had a personal relationship? What if the ex-partner is doing you no, wait. My point in saying that is a lot of people think because if you go to Google, it's public information, right? Well, so my address and my phone number is on Google, and that's public. So does it give you a right to put it on YouTube? No, it doesn't.
Yeah, I don't think. Well, I think the thing with full on drama specifically is that kind of everybody knows what she looks like. So
No, but I mean, she doesn't want to be seen, so we should respect that.
all right.
Okay.
Well, I don't want to be trashed and talked about like a piece of shit, so we should respect that too, right?
Right.
I don't want people talking about my wife. We should respect that, right? But we're not going to because this is YouTube drama, right?
Well,
It's what it is. It is what it is, Alicia. You're gonna get it.
mhm.
If people like if full on drama wants to keep her anonymity, the best thing that she can do, and if I don't like it, the best thing that I can do is say bye. Otherwise, it's gonna happen. Like you get in your moods and you'll say bye for a while and you come back. If people don't like it, nobody's forcing anybody to be here.
Right. We went live just to talk about a couple of things that were mentioned about MGL going after parenting, which she's notoriously known for doing, and also Laura to actually specify that we were not making fun of her kid because that's what Molly said, and that was a lie.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we went live about. We didn't go live to bash you.
I know.
Okay.
All I gotta do is show up though, and it gets everybody to stop talking about mom. Ain't I a good friend though? But anyways, Brian, you say Alicia has a hair trigger, but the second one someone said a bad thing, you had it bad about you lit up your life. Well, I stayed in there for a little while because I couldn't talk. My kids are here. But I've learned that like if I'm going down the street and I got 4 people that are standing in their yard and they're going, come on in here and argue with us. You don't go in somebody else's yard. You know what I'm saying?
Lady Slipper, do you realize what they said about us first? I think you have selective hearing. The people that don't hear what they're saying about us have selective hearing. They don't realize that we're just retaliating, and giving our response to what they're saying.
I tell you, sometimes when you go off and you vent on YouTube and you trash somebody, it's therapeutic. It can be therapeutic because if you've had a bad day and you get to making fun of somebody and playing around, sometimes that's therapeutic. Keep you from losing your temper in real life. But seriously, if you look at it. But I've got these people that are just trying. People have been trying to shut me up for a couple of years now, and I'm not going anywhere. Now, if I don't like it, sometimes it's funny. Now, sometimes when there are people cracking on me, it's funny. I think it's funny. I really do. There's nothing wrong with that.
It's funny because she sent to mute while she was over there, so I had to mute. I know it's kind of weird, right?
Lady Beekeeper, you were the first one to attack me when I was supporting Laura. Okay? You were the first one before anyone.
Tell me, Alicia, what happened? Because you used to ride so hard for Laura. What is it that
Laura
actually
pissed me off.
Well, what happened? What was it specifically?
I backed away from the Diane drama because I was getting threatened by Diane behind the scenes. Nobody knows that, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And so I backed away, and Laura was saying things. She would throw a cheap shot my way, like, "Oh, I'm not Alicia. I'm not worried about what people think of me."
Mm-hmm.
While I was gone, yeah, you do. You very well do, because you always address it. So I was like, Laura, when you worked as hard as I have for a business, you will learn one day that you're going to want to protect it with everything you have. And you're going to worry about what people say.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I went off on her, but I was offering somewhat of constructive criticism, like you can't complain about people going at you and your candles when you're naming candles after them. Okay. Then she's like, fuck you. I don't need your advice. I'm going to go. She goes, go join your friends, your buddies, and go support a scammer because y'all all scammers or something like that. And that's when I went off on her. Like, that's fucked up.
Well, for a while there, people thought that you were going back and forth with Diane.
And that's a lie.
Well,
I didn't.
Yeah. Well, everybody kind of came and they all of them did a live on I think it was Amanda Lynn's, and they all spoke up against Diane like 4 months after the fact. And I was thinking, man, if you guys would have just did this in the first place, you know what I mean? Some people just held on to it because I understand that they were friends and you just simply don't want to believe it. So you're going to stick to your friend to the end. They finally had the end. And I was good with that, you know. And as far as, I don't attack people just because they ride with Wendy. I go at Wendy for stuff she says about me. I can't speak for everybody else. Wendy hasn't been bothering me, so I'm not bothering her.
Truth teller, how would you know about the cease and desist? Are you Laura? Because that's the only person I told. Truth teller 04. You sure you're not Laura? Because Laura's the only person that knew about that. Funny how you know about it now. Real funny.
Thanks, Mary.
Yes, it wasn't just a cease and desist. It was also a lawsuit.
I think that people pick at Nicole because they know it bothers me. And Mary, now me and Mary.
I don't pick on your wife. I never picked on your wife. I don't pick on your kids. I don't pick on your parenting.
But look,
me and you went at it and I called you a fucking asshole.
That's it. But you had Just Angel on there talking about my wife.
Look, you and Just Angel have some history. Y'all been fighting. I'm not getting in between that. Just like me and Laura have shit, you're not getting in between that. Just like me and Molly have shit, you're not getting in between that. You know, me and Barnyard have shit. You're not getting in between that.
No.
Okay? Like that. I'm not.
But you don't let somebody speak about somebody that's not on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Nicole don't bother nobody.
There's more to the story about a cease and desist, truth teller. You seem to know an awful lot about me.
It's like me and Mary are on different sides, and we've remained respectful with each other.
Mm-hmm.
And I can remain respectful with somebody even if they have a different opinion of me until they start insulting me.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all.
And it happens to me too. And it happened to me.
You have to be in the fucking middle too, that fucking pigeon.
Listen to her. I mean, she's so angry because she's out of Vagisil. That's what her problem is right now.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't have anything against Justin.
I didn't get in between you and Wendy. If I got in between you and Wendy, I would have went live, put a title, The Truth and Wendy. I would have had something to say about it. I just threw a comment because I figured you would come after me because I support Wendy. And I also thought you would come after me too, Brian.
No, I don't care if people support Wendy. There was a time where I really, really enjoyed Wendy. And this thing with Diane has turned her into a different type of person.
So what about my last 12 lives that I did on drug abuse and in the buildings coming down? What about those lives? They're not full of mud. They're not full of mud. I actually had content. Wait, you got to mute. You got to mute. You got to mute. You got to mute. I mean, what about those lives that I did on the building collapse in Miami? The lives I did on other things. Why is it when I talk about drama, but yet these fools can talk about drama and it's okay? But the second I get in the drama, it's questionable. My mental health is questionable.
Oh, well, when people say you're crazy, they're just dismissing whatever content you're putting out.
Right.
He's crazy. That's just dismissive because you probably said something that struck a nerve in them.
So I'm crazy, but Laura's not crazy. MJL's not crazy. Tiffany Marie's not crazy. Brian's not crazy. I'm naming everyone on this side. No one here is crazy, but I'm crazy for addressing it.
They're just being dismissive. You have a right to address whatever you want to.
Truth teller. So what about all the lives that your friend has talking about dead people and the crime community? So I guess that's not content either. Hypocrite. much? Truth teller, you support a crime creator, right, Laura, that talks about dead people, and she uses that as content. What about Molly talking about Cash? That's a dead child, and she's using it as content, right? Right? So I can't talk about the Miami building collapsing. That's not content, right?
That is good content, I think,
Get the
because
fuck down.
a
If
lot of
that's
people
content, then I have content.
wonder what it's like to be sleeping in the middle of the night and the place you're sleeping in just collapsed.
Right.
I mean,
So sit the fuck down. They talk about dead children, okay? That's worse.
yeah.
You're fucking stupid. You're going to point out what I'm doing, but you support people that always talk about dead people. Asshole.
Well, Misnomer Just Angel had something to say about her too, but
Thank you. Thank you, Two Tacos. Thank
that's
you.
okay. Because I fuck with Just Angel, but that's okay. I wish they would just leave her alone. You know what I'm saying? Stick to me.
Oh, you're using your dead friend for content? Oh my God. No, I was not.
I think you were just speaking on that.
Molly uses nothing but all she uses is dead people for content. And they praise her.
Well, wouldn't you guys rather her speak on children that are missing or murdered than to be in the drama?
Mm-hmm.
She doesn't even talk drama behind the scenes anymore. She don't want anything to do with it.
Well, good. Then she could stop calling everybody shitty parents. How about that?
Yeah, well, I would agree, but when you have a child that's exceptional like Jake is, it doesn't matter how he got that way. Speak 3 different languages, he's excelling very well in school. He's turned out to be a handsome young man. Maybe you can get by with speaking on other people's kids, but you really shouldn't do that.
No, ma'am. No. Wait. You're saying because her kid could speak 3 different languages that he was taught in school and by her husband that she could get away with talking to people about people's kids like that?
No. What I'm saying is maybe she has a little more leg to stand on.
She has no legs to stand on. She has no legs to stand on because I credit the educators for that, not Molly. Molly didn't teach him that.
Well, it doesn't matter because he was able to go to those schools. You know what I'm
Okay,
saying?
and my son went to private school and learned another language too.
And I don't hear people
give
talking
me a
about your
leg
kid.
to stand on.
But let's just put it this way. Jake is an exceptional child.
Okay, and so is my son, and so is many other fucking kids.
Right.
That doesn't give anybody a leg to stand on. Sit the fuck down.
Well, I'm just saying,
I credit the educators that taught him that. Just like the educators that taught all of us shit. Okay? Siéntense, por favor, pendejo. I learned a second language too.
Yeah, mucho
Okay? Okay. She doesn't know a second language though. Okay? It's her the education taught him that. That's what you paying for him. That right.
She wanted the pound to be on mute.
Right. Everybody should be proud of their own kids.
Right, and they are, and that's why
Right.
people off when somebody starts talking about their
But
kids.
nobody should think they have the advantage to go at someone's kids because their kid could speak 3 different languages.
Well, I didn't say that she thinks she has the advantage.
Okay. Can
Maybe.
he speak all 3 of them fluidly? I don't know about that. Okay. We're going by what she said. Okay.
Mhm.
And in foreign countries like Europe, okay, the kids are taught 3 different languages, especially in Germany, 3 different languages.
Well, like Jennifer's saying here, that her child is really, he's doing well in school, but your kids won't do well in school if they're not getting good parenting. They won't.
Okay, so there you go, Jennifer Lynn. There you go.
Mike,
Right, like you say, 3 varsity sports, you had to put out money for them. You know what I'm saying? So your kids
Right.
won't do well unless they're getting some kind of good parenting.
Okay, but I am actually going to say her husband does more of the parenting here. Okay.
I think that Adrian is a wealth
Okay.
of knowledge, and he
Right.
passes that along to.
Thank you. All right. I don't have anybody. I did it all by myself.
Well, people really shouldn't be talking about other people's children at all.
Right. Then
but
she needs to start first because she's the one that started it first.
Right. Well, to be in varsity, you have to provide. You know, you have to provide for that training and stuff. You have to pay for that. Like Makeup Monster's boy, you know, she's really with his hockey. She spends on that. You have to encourage,
Right.
and that, you know, that's saying something good about someone's child. But people, you know, people say, "Oh, I feel sorry for Bryan's kids. My kids love me. I don't act like this outside of here."
Right. But you're not calling everybody a bad parent, Bryan.
No, I very, very rarely do that, if ever. I can't remember ever doing that. You know, me and FOD had some things going on, but that was because, you know, her child was actually in a chat one day. But other than that, I don't think I've ever done that. I don't, because I know how that pisses me off, you know.
Okay, but you have to understand that she's been coming at everyone's parenting for now a couple of years. She attacks people first. I've never brought up anyone's parenting until she did it to us.
Stewie asked me, Bryan, who do you love more, Carla or MGL? But what about us, Stewie? What about me and you, bro?
Okay, hold on. So that's all I wanted to say. Can y'all hear me on my panel? I don't think anybody can hear me right now.
And they waited on you that long without being able to hear you?
Can y'all hear me on my panel? I don't think anybody
Yeah, we can hear you. We got you.
Okay.
I've got a long history with the truth.
But the point is, maybe she should start by not throwing the fucking cheap shots out, and maybe that would help.
Sometimes if we ignore people, they kind of go away.
I've been ignoring her, okay, and I was ripped apart for no reason because y'all fucking thought I was supporting Diane when I was not.
Well, yeah, after the fact, we kind of figured that if you were supporting her and you come back to speak against her, either you're a really good actor or you're serious. I don't think, you know, because we know how Diane is. You know, we thought maybe she was threatening you behind the scenes, so you did some things for her, and you did say that she was threatening you.
Mm-hmm.
She makes threats to sue everybody. She's not suing anybody.
Well, there was other things, but I backed away because I was afraid of that. I didn't want to get in the middle of it. I backed away, and Laura was pissed, and I offered some constructive criticism. I didn't think she was going to get pissed about it. I did come at her with maybe a condescending tone because I was mad that she went at me with a cheap shot, and that's how it all started.
Laura can be a badass with the cheap shots. But,
she's horrible at cheap shots.
So now we're on the other side of the fence. I get along with Laura now.
Okay.
Not like we're friends, but there was a time when I told you, I was like, I just can't with anybody that fucks with Laura.
You did say that.
And you because, you know, we were still in the middle of some stuff. And you were like, well, I like her. And if you don't like it, then blah, blah, blah. And that was it. And now we're on the other side. So YouTube is fucking strange, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Laura's not bothering me. See, if somebody's not bothering me, I can get along. So YouTube is fucking strange, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
If Laura's not bothering me. I think she changed a lot. If somebody's not bothering me, I can get along. Yeah. But anyways, I didn't want to jump up on your panel.
Well,
I mean, come on. I mean, it's ridiculous. All they're going to do is just talk Bryan's Bryan. They give me life when I'm not even here. They will talk about my whole entire life when I'm not. I could be out at work.
mm-hmm.
And I could be trying to change myself, and they want to try and drag that down. It makes me wonder, when is Steph going to do a positive live? When is she going to do something that benefits the community?
No one was talking about you, Bryan, until you came into the chat.
Oh, that's all I have to do is show up?
That your feelings hurt.
My feelings ain't hurt, bitch. Go look in the mirror.
You came into the chat and inserted yourself, Bryan.
No. I came into the chat. I came into the chat because Alicia was in mine the other day, and I thought I'd bless her. You know, I'd go in hers, right? But I didn't come in the chat picking at anybody. I just came in the chat.
Girl bit on the panel.
That's all I got to do is show up.
About who you're friends with.
Is that all I got to do is show up and you're triggered?
Nobody cares.
What is wrong with her? What is wrong with that girl? What's wrong with her?
Nothing.
You don't think there's anything wrong with Steph?
No.
That's all they want to do is sit and pick.
Oh, Brian, you're friends with drama queens too.
Like who?
My panties. Right, Brian? Right?
What I said was Rex goes wherever you are because he's sniffing up your panties. Okay, so if I was talking about your panties, right? But Just Angel was talking about my dick earlier. Right? She was talking about my penis.
12 videos.
Just because she hasn't seen one for 10 years doesn't mean she needs to talk about mine, right? Nobody cares about your crusty ass panties, Steph.
With your fart videos. You're so funny. Hey, Brian, where's that available balance of $26,000? Where's that at?
It's in my bank.
Where's
It's
that
in my
at?
bank. I've always had money, bitch.
$1,000. Where's that at?
Well, where's your ankle bracelet? Where's
Oh
that?
my God, y'all are so bad. Y'all.
You're gonna
Yep.
show it right for the children. I got my 1K sitting aside, ready to give St. Jude. Over that one, Brian.
Well, how come you have to be provoked? And Steph, how come you have to be provoked to give to St. Jude? I give to them because that's what they're doing. You have to be provoked. You care about kids all of a sudden when it comes to my bank account, right? Right?
Talking over here. No, I don't have to be provoked.
These are grown women.
$1,000 on the line, and I got it.
These are grown women, right?
Brian, for the kids.
You said one time that you don't listen to people that don't have a master's degree. You won't debate with them. Is that what you said, Alicia?
I'm not worried about Brian's money. I could give two shits about Brian's money. He offered. He offered this.
No. I offered because you were saying he's broke. He's not going to buy a car. He's not getting his license. He ain't got shit. I've never been broke. And I don't live in my parents' bedroom either.
What did Rep Ash say? I never said anything about you being a drama queen. What are you talking about?
Link. There's the
I
link.
never said anything about Republican Ash being a drama queen at all at any point.
Ash, I dropped a link in there for you. You asked me for it a while ago. And Lady Slipper hit it right on the button. Let's see if Ash comes up. Oh, I thought you said that you wanted a link earlier. But see, now you got to learn, Alicia, you got to learn not to let the chat trigger you. You do much better.
They just want to insert everybody.
You used to kind of be really good at resolving stuff. That's good.
Brian inserted himself. Tracy inserted herself.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
What end? I don't know.
Right. So you're trying to do two
What
things
end?
at once?
Oh, God.
I don't even know what started this crap with stuff, honestly.
Nobody cares. Entire chat full of trolls and alt accounts.
Yeah, none of them. I don't like Steph. I don't recognize any of these people.
I don't recognize a lot of them.
I don't. Yeah,
Cat Buzz, I recognize. Lithium
these
Girl.
are all alt.
Jennifer Lynn, I know her.
These are all alt accounts. I don't recognize any of them that are in Brian's chat.
Yeah. A lot of people are doing that now because they have things they want to say and they just don't want to get dragged for it. So they'll come into an all the time.
That's hype man. Yo, there's my hype man.
Yeah, where'd your super chat button go? Don't you have a super chat button?
No, I haven't turned my monetization on.
Laura's in here somewhere. You've had the same account. Are you the same person that Laura doxed about 7 months ago and called the scammer?
There you go. If you want, hey, if you want to, don't super chat me. Don't give 30%, to YouTube. Here's my PayPal.
You have no reason to be mad at me, Republican Ash, because I haven't done anything to you. But I know your friends don't like me, so that explains it right there.
You know, Alicia, it's not that people don't like you. Sometimes it's just fun to pick at somebody, and half these trolls don't even believe what they're saying. Did you get flagged? I don't think so.
Did you get flagged, Brian?
I
My
don't-
husband has a really good point. Your monetization, your super chat, it was on. It was. We all saw it on.
My super chat has never been on since I've had this channel because I haven't turned my monetization on. Now,
Yeah,
my-
I believe him on that. I
Now,
believe him on
My
that.
other channel,
He had it on his other channel.
yeah, my other channel had it, and I was making good money. And the reason
Yeah.
the reason that I turned my monetization on after 11 years of being on here, right? I was always eligible. Is Molly and Laura were on their panel going, "Yeah, where's your super chat button, Brian?" And I said, "Well, I haven't turned it on yet." No, you don't. No, you're not an. I turn it on the next day. I turn it on the next day, it made like $400.
Wait. Can I just speak something to City Girl?
Someone deleted Alicia's comment.
It says one day. Hold on. It says one day I like Molly Go Lightly, the next day I don't. I haven't been around Molly Go Lightly in how many months? And Laura, in how many months? And how many months? And before that, almost a year? How many months? No, it's not one day here and one day there. You got the wrong friend, the wrong enemy. I don't I'm bad. I'm genuinely pissed off at both of them.
Well, people kind of switch a lot, you know.
I don't switch a lot. I'm mad. I walked away for a reason. I walked away, not the other way around.
Would anything ever make it better between you and Laura?
She needs to stop throwing her cheap shots out, calling people insecure fucking whores, and we'll be fine.
Because you remember, she hated my guts, and now we can actually have conversation.
Well,
She might still hate my guts, but we get along. But
I don't know about all that. Q.
yeah.
So, anyways,
Rex and his little girlfriends are trying to get me banned.
they can. If you're streaming me, it would have to be me striking you.
Yeah, I haven't got. Yeah, I don't care if I get a strike. I really don't. I'm not here to make money. I'm not here for bash for cash. That's other people that's trying to make some income off of someone else's, cracking at somebody else, making jokes about somebody. They're trying to get income from that because that's the losers they are. I don't want to do that. And when I was doing true crime, I didn't feel like I should be making money off of people's, crimes and stuff like that. And I didn't turn on my super chat.
Her image.
So.
Well, I'm going to just, I guess I'm going to go back to my panel.
Well, remember when I met, give me one thing. Well, I messaged you not too long ago privately, and I said, Alicia, you're better than this drama, and I wish you would do something different. And you said you are too, Brian.
I do have stuff. I do have stuff on my other things. I don't just have drama.
No.
I mean, have you looked at my channel, Brian? It's not just drama.
I have, but I think you're better than these bitches you have on your
channel. But I do drama as everybody else does. Laura does drama. MGL does drama.
Yeah, but you once said that you don't want to associate and speak or debate with people unless they have a master's. And look at these people you're hanging with.
I never said that. I took debate in college as an undergrad. I have no problem debating.
You literally said that you don't give any credit to anybody that doesn't have a master's when they're trying to explain something to you. You said that.
No, I never said it like that. You're taking it out of context.
Well, you did. I'm not quoting you, but what?
Yeah,
you said.
It's out completely out of context. That's not how I said it. I will debate with anybody.
Well, you kind of said you don't give credence to people unless they have a master's.
No, I did not say that.
What was it you said about people?
It was about the presidential. Remember the presidential race?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, if you're not like a hardworking American or have an education, at least high school education, maybe some college credits, then I'm really not going to take your advice on which president I should vote for. That's how I said it.
There are some really historical people that didn't graduate high school and still made something of themselves. Like
Great. Well, that's
Jason
my
Kennedy,
opinion, and that's how I follow it.
Colonel Sanders, Bill
Great.
Cosby,
And they were hard workers.
Sidney Poitier.
And they were all hard workers.
None of them had a high school education.
Right. But they're all hard workers. They're all hard workers.
Right.
Okay. And they also have high school educations as well. So that's what I said. It was taken out of context.
Okay.
And this is how I explained it, how I just said it.
Yeah.
Okay. That's prime example of how things get twisted up.
Well, that's why I asked you.
A high school education, well, it means a lot more to me and some maybe work history, hardworking American, case smalls, before I take your advice on who I should vote for.
I tell you, I work 7 days a week.
I work too, okay? I work very hard too.
But no, I didn't want to jump up on your panel and get attacked by people for no reason.
Why? We could talk about mathematics and education.
Education.
Okay? Likes to tell everybody how smart she is. No, you just enjoy trolling me like that.
You're weak, Brian.
Right.
What'd she say?
I know you are, Kate Smalls. I don't really have anything against you, okay? I know we went at it, but I'm not going to sit here and go back and forth with you. Don't have a reason to. Or two tacos. We've all been through that. We've all been through many wars. There's no reason to fight. Life is short. I'm not trying to be on here. No, it's mathematics and education.
It's actually arithmetic.
No, but I call it mathematics. I hated math.
Miss Nomer says, then why are you talking about people that she chooses to be around in her chat, alluding to the fact that we're uneducated? Well, I don't know. I guess behavior would show.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably a good answer. That's probably the best I can think of.
Hold on.
I think we ought to do a GoFundMe on behalf of Just Angel so we can buy her a neck.
Stop. You're going for looks. No looks. We can't go for looks. You lost.
Now, wait a minute. Why do you say that to me? But when I came in the chat, she goes, "Oh, he's gross. He's disgusting." How come you didn't say that to her on your own panel?
No looks on my part either. No, y'all.
But
It needs to go deeper, and I don't want that to happen.
You started giggling when she said that. How come it's different on my panel? How are you going to control my panel?
But I don't want to see it anymore. Stop. Both ends.
I don't care what people say about my looks. I really don't. I'm not that insecure about my looks. I'm really not.
Yeah, but I don't like that.
Take your looks out of it. Take your looks completely out of it, and you are still fucking disgusting.
Yeah, see, there she goes.
Your friend did it first, truth teller. Your friend did it first.
From her bedroom. Well, I'm just glad I'm not under, any type of suspension, and I can jump in my car and go when I want to.
Fellas, can I have a bedroom, Brian?
Everybody has a bedroom. They just don't stay in it all day long.
We need to go find me.
Do you ever sleep in that? Bedrooms are made for sleeping, not sleeping.
Buy him a dick. He's a big kid of pussies.
See? Is a pussy?
All right. Well, then I can't say anything. Then y'all have full reign over each other.
Why are you worried about my time management, Brian? Why are you worried about whether or not
For the same reason you're worried about my license. Why are you worried about my license? Why are you worried? Why are you counting my change? Why? Why?
He's stupid.
He's stupid. See, as soon as you get out on somebody, they go, they're stupid. They're mentally ill. Just dismissive.
On your change, you offered.
It's okay, Brian.
You were counting my change before that. You were going, he's not going to buy a car. He's broke. He's not going to get his license. He's under suspension. He's not going to. I bet you I won't drive drunk.
No, I didn't. No, I don't think so. You didn't buy that Mercedes, did you?
No, because they sold it.
That Mercedes?
No, because they sold it. When I went to go get it, they sold it. I could have bought it.
He went from a Mercedes to that little red wagon he has.
I paid $5,000 for that.
You didn't buy it because you realized how much a hubcap would cost. Oh, come on.
No, I was going to buy that, but they sold it. And we went to look at another one, but it wasn't as nice. I took my kids with me to go look at another one, and it wasn't as nice, so I didn't buy that. So I bought a nice classic one with 67,000 miles on it.
You weren't going to buy that fucking car. And
I was going to buy that
That
car.
was right. Thank
And
you.
when I went to, how do you know what I wasn't going to do?
I know you are, but what am I?
Right. How do you know what I was or wasn't going to do? At least I can drive, Steph.
Hey, how do
Do
you
a
know she
video
can't
of you
drive?
driving.
How do you know she can't drive? Are you there where she lives at?
Okay, how does she know that I wasn't going to buy that Mercedes?
Buy a Mercedes. I said, I guarantee you, he won't buy that fucking car.
Because
We've
they
seen
sold
you
it.
drive. We've seen you drive, Brian.
Yeah, because they sold it. I've had BMW. I've had BMW before. I like
It's time to
BMW.
block this
right?
motherfucker. Thank
Who
you.
is- Who is it?
Everyone took their mean pill today, so y'all can go off on one another. Ha!
I think that was a good deal, $7,000 for that Mercedes. That's why somebody jumped on it. And I would have bought it if it was there. I would have bought it. Yeah.
I never said Molly Golightly has rum to talk about someone's kids.
I've had Saab before. I've had Infinity before.
He's on a different channel. Brian can't take a link without getting me there. So.
Well, Steph, come on over here.
Backstage? No, I'm not. I'm not backstage. I'm here.
Well, come on over here, Steph. Come on.
Oh, okay.
Steph will take you on. Steph will beat your ass.
Steph,
What are you talking about?
from behind the screen.
Shit. He's a bitch.
Because as soon as I start going at her, oh, I can't believe you're talking about a woman like that. But as soon as I said, come on over here, she said, I'm not going over there.
His whole thing, and this is what his plan was. Yeah. Come and talk his cast. Come and tell he said start shit, then go on his live and have all the people that are in the station department.
That's right. Now, why would I be in your spot where everybody's coming after me when I could just do it from my home ground? I mean, that's called strategy. That's a strategy. Not only did I come to my own home ground where people are going to, be on my side a little bit more, I got your panel host to come over here. Without
pussy, Brian.
Well, you're not over here, are you?
She's talking through my voice thing. You can come up. I'll protect you, Stephanie.
Oh, you can. Why would you need to protect her?
Well, actually, I like both of y'all now. So, yeah.
It's okay. Brian can't take a link over here.
But you're not taking the link over here.
Yo, I will never grace Brian's panel a day in my life. And you can put that on.
But you'll go from panel to panel to panel talking.
Let me jump off. Can y'all still run the panel while I'm off of it?
Yeah.
Can y'all do that? Stephanie?
Stephanie,
can you still run the panel if I'm off of it?
No, I can't run it. I don't have any control.
Let's see. If I remove. Yeah, let's see. Let me make you if I could even do that. All right. How do I do that? Edit name? No. Edit mic settings? No. Like I have you on here, so just take over while I'm gonna just jump down for a second. All right, y'all do whatever you want. I'm just gonna scroll out.
What are you doing?
So we can talk now?
Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
I'll do whatever you want. I'm just gonna scroll on.
I see you, Smokey.
All right. I'm off there, so now it's not gonna echo. Let me just see if it's still playing. I don't want to.
Do you get any enjoyment of seeing people get trashed and hurt on here?
Do you get enjoyment out of that when they do it back? Because
If they're coming at me and I'm going back at them and I hurt their feelings, yes.
Oh, she heard was the echo.
Right. I mean, they also do it to people as well. Y'all, your side does it to our side.
Well, I'm not really around so much when people are just picking at somebody for no reason. You don't see me. I kind of stand alone. You see what I'm saying?
Right, but you weren't 2 months ago when you hopped up on panel while they were all trashing me.
Well, I was already up there, and then you and Laura started arguing, right?
Can you come to my panel, and all your people can come to my chat? They're not going to get blocked. Bombshell, Lady Beekeeper, Case Smalls, all of y'all will. Everybody in this chat can come to my chat. Even Barnyard, all the people that don't like me can come in my chat, and we could just talk. Stephanie will she's there. You can come on panel.
I mean, you don't think Stephanie has any anger issues or self-projection issues or low?
What about your friends that constantly attack the other side as well?
Well, I'm speaking specifically on Steph, how she keeps going at me day after day after day after day. And then other people, what did she got some? You know, did you studied a little bit of psychology, right?
Mm-hmm.
What is it with somebody that feels the need to constantly berate other people? Isn't that like low self-esteem?
But isn't that why we're here in the first place? That was Molly Golightly that did it.
No, not necessarily. That I didn't come on here to pick with people. I never knew before I came to doing the YouTube lives here that people were this nasty, that they were this mean. And
well, none of us knew that.
Well, I never experienced it. I'd never experienced this in my life. I was the guy that would stick up for people being bullied, right? So I never experienced it until I never knew that women were this nasty. I never saw it until I got here. I never knew that this type
then it's the same. I said that the other day, but both sides are just the same. No one's better than the other.
Well, right. That's why I'm kind of on it. I like me and Truth used to not like each other. Me and Nene used to not like each other. Me and Laura, there's a lot of people that we didn't used to like each other that now we get along. Me and Rep Ash have fought. Like me and Stewie used to go at each other. But all those people, there's a lot of people that I've made amends with, right? Because that's what I strive to do. I would rather get along with somebody than not get along with somebody. Anyway.
Same as well. But don't come after our parenting, and that's the problem, Brian.
Well, I hadn't done that, so.
Right, but we were talking. The subject wasn't even you; it was MGL and Laura.
Right, and all I did was show up in your chat and just and then they started as soon as I got there. It's like all I have to do is show up, and I triggered 3 people. Okay, come at me, Brian. You want this smoke? All I did was appear in your chat. I didn't say nothing rude to nobody.
Mm-hmm. No, you didn't.
No, and that's what they do. Because I think sometimes that I'm logical and I make sense, and ain't nobody got time for that logical shit when they're trying to do shenanigan type drama. We don't want somebody with reason in there to speak. We want to kill everything about his life. He does this, and he works here, and he rides a bike, and
nobody was triggered though. Nobody was triggered.
Well, as soon as I came in there, they were triggered enough to start on me, and I hadn't said a thing. I just showed up. You came in my chat the other day, and we were cool there. So I figured I watch your stuff, but I don't usually say anything, right? And I come in here and say something, and then people are like, "Well, he's not going to derail the chat." I wasn't even trying to derail it. I just came over there to participate. You used to have this knack for bringing people together. You used to be able to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Now consider this. You and I have had some long conversations that were really good, and we've been real friendly in the past. Mm-hmm. Is there any of what people are on your panel are saying at me? Does that bother you at all that they're doing that?
Okay, so this is where I agree with some of it, not all of it. I don't agree with all of it, Brian. Okay, but I do agree with the fact that you're claiming to be all about, you changed, you're religious now, you're all about this, but then you will go at someone's looks, you will trash Wendy, you will put
I never said I wasn't human.
All right, but that's going against what you supposedly.
No, Christian people are not perfect.
But if you're trying to be godly and just, that's a contradiction on what your new faith is all about.
But Alicia, the 11th commandment is not "Thou shalt become a pussy." That's not.
But you're not a pussy. Wendy's not even fucking with you.
I'm not bothering her at this point, and she has said some stuff about me.
Right.
When I see her say stuff about me, I'm going to come back. She did a complete sermon and call people slanderers, backsliders. You'll never.
Can we just agree that everybody is guilty of something?
Absolutely. Everybody.
Okay, we're all guilty. We're all guilty of shit.
Right.
Okay, I'm willing to admit it.
But I pray for these people. See, that's the difference. I'm not going to come on YouTube and pray. It says go in your closet. I pray for these people.
Okay, if these 3 women have moved away from the drama, then how come Molly just said some cheap shot, right, on her channel yesterday?
I didn't hear it.
Okay.
I didn't hear it.
Republican Ash is saying what? Come up here. Come up here, Republican Ash. What are you saying? You're not a % Christian either? Is that the real Republican Ash?
I don't think that you claim to be a Christian, though.
I am a fucking Christian. I went to a Catholic university. Still do.
Well, that doesn't, you don't, come on.
I am a Christian.
Well, then why are you telling me about
I believe in God. I believe there was a God.
But why are you telling me how I should act as a Christian when you
Because I what some of the stuff you do can be a little out there. That's all.
Right.
Okay.
Here's what a Christian is. A Christian is someone who believes in the resurrection.
I know that.
That doesn't mean that tomorrow you're going to become a choir boy.
Right. I know that.
Can you imagine me 2-3 years ago ever speaking anything on Christianity? Because I was
no.
Okay, so that's a start. It's like, you start out with Christianity, you start
right, but then you'll go back. You'll go into a back phase where you're constantly talking hard shit on people.
Right. But that doesn't mean that I'm not a Christian. That means because we all fall short of the glory of God.
Right.
And he who is without sin.
Remember when Molly Golightly called Kay Smiles a fake Christian? Were you with her on that?
I don't think so. But I did the same thing to Lo Lightly. I went after her. I was calling her a fake Christian when I was in paganism.
Okay.
And here's what the Bible tells us about that. As soon as someone comes out and professes, hey, I'm a Christian now, you're going to get people that say, oh, that's fake. That's fake. That comes from the devil. That's exactly where that comes from. And that's because they would rather me be on here bashing and picking and being my old self. So they provoke it. That's what they do. You don't become this righteous person overnight. Now, what I do outside of YouTube, I had a 10-day vacation. I spent a lot of it at my church doing service work, free volunteer work. And I went to church more and more. So on the outside of here, I'm doing a little bit better. I know that my downfall in my Christianity is continuing to come back here. And we don't listen. Like a lot of us as children, we didn't listen to our parents. God says,
yeah, Lily lady, that was me. Yes, it was. And remember when Molly Golightly had a stream bashing the fuck out of Laura? Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I've bashed the shit out of Laura too.
What's your point?
I like now. If Laura's not coming at me and picking at me, I like her.
Right. What's your point, Lily lady? Okay. Are we supposed to be friends for the rest of our lives because of that?
Right. And the Bible does tell us, Kay Smalls, that even our best works are as filthy rags. And when they say filthy rags, they literally mean the menstrual cycle rags. So the best that a human being can do is like filthy rags to God. If you don't love him with all of your heart and strive to be righteous like he is, then you're faltering. And all Christians falter, every single one of them. That's why we needed a perfect sacrifice. And that's what Jesus was put here to do.
They keep saying Molly and Laura have moved on. Well, how come Laura called me an insecure whore troll the other day, which I was not that troll? And then how come Molly said that none of us care about our children yesterday, but they moved on, right?
Was there a time that you loved Molly?
Yes. And Laura.
So you're hurt.
And Kay Smalls.
So when you love something, do you strive to make it work, even though you have?
Right now, I backed away because the drama got too thick again.
You remember me and Republican Ash were going at it hard, and now we're friends again. That hurt my heart that me and her weren't able to speak. So I said what I had to say, and I left it alone. And then she decided she wanted to talk to me again because I cared about her, and I felt like that was worth working on.
You can't talk to Laura and have a civil conversation without being screamed over, even if you're a friend and you're having a debate.
I think that's New York.
Fuck New York. She can't have a debate. You can't have a debate. You can't even, if you have a disagreement with her, she will scream over you. You cannot talk to Laura.
Okay, here's one thing we know about her personality. Laura bows to no one.
And I bow to nobody.
So that's where you guys are at.
Right. And I bow. That's called, I guess, having a strong personality. Okay.
It's a pissing contest.
Right. It
Right.
ain't gonna happen.
Okay. Now look, let me help you. Do you miss being friends with Laura? Do you miss it?
No.
Well, step one.
I missed the Laura that was around 2 years ago.
Okay, well, here you got to be honest. Like I
The
miss
Laura that when I met her when she first came around, when she was watching me before I even watched her.
You got to you got to be a little bit humble sometimes when and honest so people are like I really miss being friends with Hello Starlight. But I don't fuck with her no more. But I miss being friends with her because she slipped it. So I really just want her to be happy. That's the best thing that I can do. So I don't talk about her anymore, really. But the first thing in resolving something is being honest with yourself. Do you miss being friends with Molly? Do you miss that?
No.
Well, if you don't,
I missed her friendship that we had when she first started her channel.
Right. So if you don't miss it, right, and you don't miss it with Laura, then maybe there's no sense in letting it rent space in your head and whatever she says.
Right. Well, they're going to rent space in my head, just like my friends did to you just a few minutes ago. And that's why you struck up alive.
Well, I didn't want to jump up on that panel, just like Steph didn't want to jump up on mine.
Right.
Come on, is that smart for me to jump in? Like, I wouldn't jump in if you walk down the street and it says "Beware a dog," and you go inside that cage and you get bit. That's your own fault for going inside of there. But you can stand in your own yard and bark back at the dog, if they want to come over. I mean, that's just stupidity. Come on, jump up on the panel so 7 or 8 people can attack you and tell you how disgusting you are. Oh yeah, I'm down for that. But if Steph or Just Angel or any
don't lie, I went on Molly Golightly's panel. They would all attack me. Same thing with Laura.
Well, I was not attacking you on there. I was not attacking you. If you go back and listen to it, listen to how I'm talking. I really did think that you were talking to Diane and doing things for Diane, though. But
do you really think I would do that? Do you really?
I don't know. And I didn't know at that point.
You were my friend.
Right.
Okay. No. The answer is no. I had nothing to do with Diane. Once I learned what she did, okay, do you think if I really wanted anything with Diane, I would have called Bob's mom?
I didn't know you did that. They kept that from me. I mean, I was talking to
them. Guess what? I was honest about it. I called her twice.
They never told me who called.
It was my idea the whole time I called.
Right. So they protected you because they didn't tell me.
Well, they would have threw me under the bus after the friendship ended. You don't know how Molly works. Come on.
Well, I know that there's no holds barred with Molly.
Thank you. She would have threw me under the bus anyway.
Well, I'm kind of like that too. You know what I'm saying?
So I'd rather out myself than be outed.
But I'm telling you, behind the scenes, I always thought it was Tiffany that made the call. They told me what was happening in the call, but they never told me that you called. Because maybe they didn't want me to get mad at you and say something. But I
didn't care about anybody getting mad. That's why I admitted it.
Which I wouldn't have, but they protected you on that for the longest time. I never when I heard you made the call, I was like, what? So I didn't know if you were doing things for Diane.
I spent hours and hours looking that woman up, went into all kinds of shit. Trust me, if I had any in her or any kind of faith in her, I would have never did that.
I'm telling you, Diane knows how to hide her internet footprint.
I spent hours and hours and hours on the phone with MGL and Tiffany Marie and spoke with Laura when she just came back to Molly Golightly. And nothing was getting resolved. Nothing was coming out. Nothing was done. So I'm like, fuck this. I'm stepping back.
Yeah. And see, in the whole time that we're all in cahoots, me and Laura and Tiffany and Molly, they never one time told me that you were talking to anybody.
Well, of course, because we were all still friends. But the second I backed away, it would have been done.
Well, you and I weren't having any problems at that point. They just they didn't give you up.
That's because we were all still friends.
Right.
Okay.
Well, but you and I weren't having any trouble there. Like if they would have told me, well, Science Girl, I wouldn't have said anything. No. And if I would have knew that Steph drove by,
lightly said, just blame everything on me.
No, we were definitely looking. We were definitely looking, and she knows how to hide her internet footprint.
Oh,
or Isaac would have.
fucking right she does. She's a
Yeah.
pro at it.
Yeah, that's why, because this is her living.
And that is why I backed away. There was nothing we could do. We were pissing in a wind. I just couldn't take it anymore. Then I didn't like how people were attacking Wendy and Randy because they didn't do a damn thing wrong.
Well, I kind of think that the reason that people were mad at Randy and Wendy is because they stuck by her side for so long.
It doesn't matter. Okay, if Molly Golightly, let's use an example, not to bring her up again.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, if Molly Golightly was to be accused of scamming tomorrow, please tell me half of y'all would be still supporting her until you saw the proof.
Yes, I agree with you that we would.
That.
I do. I agree.
Thank you.
And right, we will be supporting her, but as more facts come out,
right, there were no facts.
We would have got to where Amanda Lynn and Wendy.
The only fact was Diane admitted that all 100% didn't go to charity. That's the only thing she admitted. That's it.
Yeah.
No paperwork, no spreadsheets. Okay, nothing to prove anything else. No criminal record background, nothing.
Yeah, while Tracy popped back up there, I think she got something to say.
Yeah, I do. Alicia, do me a favor.
Mm-hmm.
Tell those 3 that's on your panel that don't have enough brains to fill a fucking teaspoon that I did not insert myself in your beef with Molly or Laura. I came up here and asked you why you would put in a chat, I agree with Wendy. Now come at me, truth, bitch.
Yeah, I came back at it with that because the whole not wearing a bra.
Okay,
thing.
so
people were judging a mother that lives in the fucking woods for not wearing a bra.
Okay, not me. And like I said on my live, if you don't like the way someone does true crime, don't watch them.
Right.
Go to somebody that you do enjoy. See,
right.
I don't enjoy Gray Hughes. Doesn't mean I don't think he's a very intelligent man, because I do. I think he's very intelligent, but I don't enjoy him. So if you don't like it, don't watch it if you're really interested in the case. I'm not talking about drama. But please let those 3 women, Eric's over there, whatever. Let them know that I did not insert myself in your live stream today, which was about Molly and Laura. I came up here. Now, Steph, listen up, okay? Lean in, bitch. Lean in. I did not insert myself in your and Molly and Laura's business. I came up here to ask you why you would say that. Is that the way it went down? Just say yes or no.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do what?
Steph's ankle bracelet's going off.
Thank you.
But Ms. Nomer, real quick.
Thank you,
real quick,
Alicia,
Ms.
for
Nomer.
setting her straight.
Ms. Nomer, when I'm saying something good about Mandolin, I don't think she needs you to come and stick up for her. Mandolin is welcome in my chat. We can have conversations. And I don't think she needs you. Now, if I was talking badly about her, maybe I could see that. But what I was saying is that they came to terms with what Diane did. And I appreciated that live. And I said so. So I don't think she needs you to stick up for her. Really.
Well, I'm just sick of the parenting. Stop talking about people's parenting. That's all I ask. I don't care about anything else.
All right.
I mean, I didn't have this problem when I first came to YouTube. When I first came to YouTube, I was very comfortable with people in chat, even though you would get a freak that would come in the chat every now and then. But you were around, Brian. I used to always cam up. Didn't care what I looked like. Didn't care if I looked like shit. Didn't care what I was wearing. Didn't care if my hair was a mess. I cammed up majority of the time without makeup on.
Right.
I was very content because I was not being harassed. Then it turned into all kinds of other fuckery years later. Now we're going after parenting. We're going after flaws. We're going after looks. We're going
Man,
after
I'll tell you.
education. We're going after materials. We're going after kids. We're going after mental illnesses.
Right. Where did
That
all this,
wasn't the case a year, 2 years ago, 3 years ago.
right? And where did this all start at? Let's figure this out. Let's break this down. Where did this thing with kids start at? Where did it start?
Molly Golightly.
No. I'm talking about a couple years ago. Where did it start? I know that Molly said some things about kids.
Everybody hated Molly Golightly when we first came here, and I was the only one that defended her.
Right. But
You hated her. You were harassing her. I was kind of like her bulldog and her mediator.
I wasn't really harassing her. I was just calling her out on that one thing that she did.
You were harassing the fuck out of her.
We both were picking at each other.
Right, but you were really harassing the fuck out of her.
No, I was making videos about her, but I wasn't going
Tom,
after real life. I wasn't
you
saying
made a backup channel to harass her.
no, I made mosquito pox just because people were striking me.
Right, but you made a backup channel just to fuck with her.
No, not just to mess with her. I messed with
You know you were after her. You know you.
Yeah, I was after her, but I wasn't harassing her. I was dragging her. Right? I wasn't going after her real life. I wasn't talking about her kids.
I didn't go that far. When I go live, I get pissed at the shit that she did to me. That's
Right.
all I get her on.
But
You
where
coming
did,
after my parenting? You have no room to go after anyone's parenting.
right. So where did the whole couple years ago, where did the whole coming after someone's kids, where did that come from? What channel?
She started it. None of us started that shit. She started that shit. I don't go after people's parenting.
Right. Well, but you're not. Where did it become okay?
Wait. Kay Smalls is saying not true. I never hated her. Nobody said anything about you hating her. Okay? She hated you after you recorded our conversation and played it on a live. That's when she hated you.
I think you know what I'm talking about when I said, no, I'm not innocent, Carrot Top.
Uh-huh.
When I said, where did it become okay to go after someone's children? What creator started that?
That was Molly Golightly that started it.
No. It became okay to go after someone's children when Full On Drama called CPS on me. That's when it became okay.
Okay.
That's when it started. And people were saying, well, she saw something, so I guess it's okay. And so now it's not, and now it's, now it's not off limits because people allowed that by flocking to her channel afterwards. I don't think Molly started anything about the children. I know the only kids I've really heard.
Somebody's saying it started when Laura and Tracy talked all kinds of stuff on your kids and grandchildren. That's when it started, Brian.
Well, they were going at my son's conviction, right? But none of them called CPS on me. They were going at my boy's conviction. Laura wasn't. And because
didn't Laura say something that started all of that though? I don't remember what it was, but I thought
she
it was.
put up a spirit box that was supposed to be my son's victim, and then her chat went after her on that, so she took it down. It was only up for about an hour. All right, but she was talking literally about a crime, and stuff like that. So yeah, but Laura didn't call CPS on me. She's had at least 2 that I know of. And I've had 3 in about 6 weeks' time. CPS call, but I think all of the overcrossing the line with children started with FOD.
Mm-hmm.
And FOD hasn't been around for a while. She's not really bothering anybody.
Okay, who?
What do you mean?
Wait, who's not bothering anybody?
FOD's not bothering. She's
staying out of everything. So I'm not going to talk about her.
Yeah. Did you ever think that you would see yourself on a panel with somebody that calls CPS?
Well, what about all the other people that have called CPS?
Right, but I'm asking you, did you ever think that you would see
I
yourself?
told her I didn't agree with that.
But you were still on her panel.
Mm-hmm.
Did you ever think you'd see a day where you sat on a panel with somebody that calls CPS? No. So things change rapidly.
Right. I mean, Diane called CPS on someone too, and I was on her panel.
I think I kind of think she called on. Did she call on? Was it Truthfully Trisha?
Yes.
I don't know a whole lot about that, but the way I understand
Uh-huh.
it, she had a legit.
I mean, we've had other people, obviously, go at people's kids. Somebody called CPS on Mandy, right? That's still accepted in his community, right?
Who
Okay,
called-
then. All right.
Who was it called CPS on Mandy? I forget.
I'm not going to say their names, but somebody called CPS on Mandy, right?
And they
That's well known in the community. All right,
I
then.
remember.
Okay.
I remember when I think and that's why Mandy is the way she is now.
Or was it a welfare check? Was it a welfare check? Okay, she's still accepted in the community, right? So, there you go.
Potty Mouth Mama called a welfare check on me one time because I was arguing with Laura. And when everything came out about what was happening in her family, I totally forgave her for that. Now she absolutely doesn't like me because I talked to Molly. Period. That's
If
why
nobody, I gotta say that the phone call that was recorded, me, John Crumbs, Molly Golightly, Oni, were all talking on the phone, and Molly cracked a joke about Waco, and it was recorded. You were on there. Who recorded it? If you didn't record it, who recorded it?
I remember that.
Because it was played on your channel, okay, Smalls. So who recorded it if you didn't record it? Because Molly Golightly flipped the fuck out.
I remember that.
Who else recorded it? It wasn't John Crumbs. It wasn't Molly Golightly.
I don't know.
It wasn't me.
I don't know.
Who was it?
Yeah,
it had to be you, right?
John doesn't record, as far as I know. He doesn't record.
Yeah, it was out there. Who was it then? It wasn't John Crumbs. It wasn't Molly Golightly that recorded it. It wasn't me that recorded it. Who else recorded it and then played it? You didn't record it? Okay.
That's what she says.
Molly Golightly was the one telling everybody that, yeah.
Did Molly tell people that K Smalls recorded it?
Yes.
I don't remember.
He flipped out. You didn't do anything to me. I didn't block you. I was talking to you in chat just this morning. How could I block you?
Well, you have mods that block people they don't like.
Well, Nini's not blocked on my channel because I would just said hi to her in fucking Nexus.
Yeah, that next guy is something else than you.
All right, I'm going to text Mandy and find out who recorded that.
Mandy will tell you.
Yeah, Mandy will tell me the truth. She's got receipts for everything. So
she does that, and the reason that she's like that is because people made a personal call to her house, and I don't blame her for that. That's why I watch closely what people are saying, and I screenshot stuff.
Who recorded the conversation that was Molly? I'm going to try to. Who recorded the conversation of me, Molly, and John Crumbs? And I think Oni was on that call, and K Smalls. And someone recorded Molly cracking a joke about you in Waco. Please give me that information. Thank you.
I remember hearing it. Yeah,
they played it on a live, and Molly Golightly flipped the fuck out on you. You don't remember that, Brian?
I do remember that.
Thank you.
Did I play it
like
on
3 years ago?
I played it on the live, or who played it?
Molly. I think Molly played it. Or
well, I gave Molly shit for that.
Okay. Yeah, that's when she went after Mandy.
Yeah.
And it was recorded and played back. I don't know who played it back, but it was recorded. I know Molly didn't record it. I know John Crumbs didn't record it. I know Oni didn't record it because if anything, it made Molly look bad. So why would Molly record it?
Yeah, I don't fuck with Mandy.
Right. True. So who else is gonna have it? It had to be you. That's why she blamed you.
K Smells is asking where is the live?
It was 3 years ago. Go back.
Are you saying it was on K Smalls?
Mandy Bell recorded it. Okay. Well, K Smalls probably had her listening in, and she recorded it. Okay. There you go.
Mandy is all about receipts.
Yeah, she is.
I don't mess with her. I'd rather have her on a coexisting side than anything.
She's got a big heart. Let's see. You just said I played it. Okay, that's what was said because you were on the phone letting Mandy listen in, I guess, and she recorded it because Mandy certainly wasn't on a call. Okay, Mandy certainly wasn't on a call. You were on the call with us, and Mandy was listening in and recorded it.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, like I said, I don't mess with her. Mm-mm. I came in her chat not
That's
too
when
long
Molly
ago.
Golightly and Mandy hated each other. Hated each other.
I came in her chat not too long ago just because she was live and I was welcome. We were having issues. Just at the end of the chat, she went off on me. I was like, okay,
What?
you win. I got a surrender flag right here with Mandy's name on it.
She's
I don't
at
fuck
peace.
with her.
She's stepping away from this, and I'm gonna respect that.
Who
Okay,
is?
well, how else did she get on a phone call? Because the conversation was about her. Molly Golightly didn't have her on three-way. Oni didn't have her on three-way. And I know John Croms didn't, and I know I didn't.
Yeah, I don't think John does that.
I'll get the truth out of her, though. I'll get the truth out of her. She'll
Somebody-
send me a message back. It wasn't Molly Golightly, that's for sure. And this is 3 years ago. I could care less. But that's why Molly Golightly went off on you and said she didn't trust you. Okay?
Yeah. I don't know. Case Smalls, you gonna come up or no?
Oh, well, hold on. Hold on. I'm going to mute this while I play what she sent me.
Mandy got back with you that fast? I tell you what, I like Molly. People don't like her, and I guess that's on her, but I like Molly. I always have. Even when I was dragging her, I kind of liked her. Can we talk? Are they still going on Alicia's panel, or?
She said it was on a live, but I remember there being a phone conversation. And Molly flipped the fuck out. Flip the fuck out.
You know what, Alicia? I think Molly did say that right on a live.
Yeah, I was on the phone call with her.
I don't think it was a phone call. I think she said it on a live.
She said it on a live too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and on a phone call. So that's that, though. But I have a live going on, and people are getting pissed. And I'm not going to look. I'm going to tell them we're not going to talk about you.
Yeah, and here I'll do one. I'll do you one better. Steph, whatever it is that I did that pissed you off, I apologize. Can you be the better person and move on? Because I do not like being talked about. It's disconcerting, and I really wish that you would find it in your heart to stop. Now, Just Angel can talk about me all she wants. It's fun with her. But with Steph, you have my apology. Take that and move on. How about that? You win. And that's a first for me. You better get back over to your panel, Alicia.
It's not stories.
Or not.
I swear to God, that's what Molly Golightly said. Maybe it's her stories, not my stories. I'm going by what Molly Golightly said. Oh, okay. So Kay Smalls told me she was on a phone call with us and said she should have recorded it.
Yeah, I don't.
Okay.
I think that was something Molly said right on our live.
That too.
And I even gave her shit for that.
Yeah, we're talking 3 years back, though. So we're talking 3 years back. There is a clip channel that has Molly Golightly talking about it. Yeah, but I thought it was a conversation. And I remember John Croms being really upset because the phone conversation was recorded. And this was 3 years ago. This wasn't any time recent.
No.
A lot has happened in 3 years, if you haven't noticed. Okay? Between all of us.
Yeah.
Okay, well, it's not a big deal, Kay Smalls. It's really not a big deal. Mandy's been keeping to herself, and you know, it's whatever. Right.
Like I said,
It was like 3 years ago, water under the bridge, right? But we still continue to bring up shit from the past, even in the chat today.
yeah, it's like Huck is saying. I believe that it happened on live. I don't think it was a recorded phone call. I think I was sitting there watching Molly when she said that. You know, and I didn't think Waco was a funny situation. There's kids that died in there.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't.
And I gave Molly crap about it because she said it on live.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Molly's live will say anything at any time, and she could take constructive criticism, but you have to do it behind the scenes.
Mm-hmm.
You can't call her out on a live because she'll get at you for that. And she gives me shit too. I like Molly. You know, there was a time, yeah, but I know everybody's different.
Right. I don't like her ways anymore. Stop coming at us. Stop saying we don't care about our children. That's kind of like a fucking cheap shot.
Well, she
You're
got
out of drama, then shut the fuck up about everybody on this side. We're not talking about your parenting, but you have so much to say about everyone's shit. If you've moved on, then shut the fuck up. That's all.
I don't think she's going to come back to the drama like she was before. And
Good. We want that. We want her to go. We want her to go. Anybody can do what they're doing, Brian. I could go live and talk about the same shit they're talking about.
Right.
Anyone can do it. It doesn't take many smarts to fucking cover shit that you could find on fucking Google.
Right, but you have to have a little bit of a personality about it, and she's
right.
getting all these haters that are mad at her for what she's doing. So that tells me that she's doing.
I don't care what she's doing. I want her to leave everybody over here alone. I will shut the fuck up if she just shuts the fuck up about everyone's parenting. Stop with the cheap shots. Stop lying and saying we're making fun of Laura's kid. We're not making fun of Laura's kid.
Laura does a hell of a job for a single mom.
Right. So does most. I'm a single mom. I did a hell of a job too.
Right.
So did many people. Yeah.
Right.
Right.
Well, I'm not.
I don't give anybody extra hand claps for being a good parent. That's expected. That's not a job. It's expected. It's a responsibility.
Absolutely.
If you don't look, don't open your legs if you don't want the responsibility of being a parent. All right.
Yeah.
None of us made fun of Laura's kid. None of us. However, Molly said that.
You played the clip of I don't know which one of her boys came in there when she said something about a dildo.
Yeah, that was a couple of years back.
I didn't hear anybody making fun of him.
The point was our kids hear us talk and they don't realize that. And, you know, everybody wants to bring up Stephanie in her bedroom and, oh, how dare her kids be around during this. When all of them have minor children, Molly Golightly, Laura have minor children, and their kids are around and hear everything they're saying when they have an outburst.
Well, think about it like this, too.
Your kids, Brian.
Yeah, think about it like this, too. A lot of people say, well, he does lives with his kids there. But those people that are saying that will know my kids are in there. They're going, you're a fat piece of shit.
Small, don't run and say that we're lying on you. Don't run and try to twist this into something else because you have to follow your friends and be on a hate train. Don't run. It's okay.
We got to think about like if
I had no issues with Kay Smiles, but now she's on a hate train.
You guys would be.
She's a follower. She's not a leader.
Well, she has her.
Reason. I did nothing to Kay Smiles. Nothing at all.
I don't think she's mad at you.
No, she's mad at me because her friends are mad at me. And if she started talking to me again, they wouldn't be happy with that.
Well, you never know what's going to happen from one day to the next on here. But what I was saying was these people that criticize me because my kids have been around during lives are the same people that are insulting me, insulting my wife, insulting where we live, insulting everything, but they want to say, "Oh yeah, your kids hear you," but if you know someone's kids in the room, shouldn't you control yourself as well?
Mm-hmm. Tell that to your friends that you follow because they all do it.
Well, I'm talking about me specifically.
Right, but we're all guilty of that.
Right, but I try not to get into big showdown when my kids are around. That's
My son has seen it, and he's just like, "What the fuck, mom?"
Yeah.
If he was a minor kid, I wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
You obviously are, though. You have some beef with me for no reason.
I tell you, you know what I tell my kids when they ask, why is all this fighting going on, and what's going on with YouTube? And I said, well, I'm just trying to show you what kind of woman that you should not grow up to be. That's how I win. I do not want you to be like this. Listen to this. You will never act this way.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes it can be helpful. You will never talk to another man or a woman this way. You won't do this.
Right. But we all, and you have to agree, we all talk to each other like shit on here.
Well, they do know that I don't, like, if somebody's coming at me, I'm definitely going to come back. But not always.
Same.
Right. But I don't come on doing live after live after live.
Neither.
Somebody to fuck with. I don't do that.
No, I don't do that. I don't just, you have to fuck with me for me to fuck with you.
Right, but there are people out there that get up in the morning and say, who can I fuck with today to get some views? And Steph is one of them.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, I don't want to be a part of that. I don't want to be her commodity. And whatever it is that I did to her, hey, I am sorry. You fucking win. You win.
Okay. Well,
let's see how adult Steph can be after that. Because I don't bow and I don't give apologies to people. So whatever it is that I did to her,
mm-hmm.
that causes her and her boyfriend to come after me like they do,
mm-hmm.
I apologize.
That's not her boyfriend, though.
And I would like for it to stop. Why he probably wishes he was. I would like for it to stop. Can they move on?
Oh my God.
I'm coming back.
What I tell you?
Thank you.
All right, Brian, I got to get off, okay?
Well, thanks for coming up.
All right.
It's always better to talk than to fight.
All right, thank you.
Peace and chicken grease.
Same.
Well, that was interesting. I'm going to leave the link in if anybody wants to come up. If not, I'm going to sit here. See, it's always better to have a conversation. Even though they're sitting on the other side over there, blah, 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 blah. It's always better to try and talk it out and be human with people. I'm not worried about super chats. I'm not worried about a lot of views on my channel. I like to be creative, and sometimes I like to vent, with creativity. And the arguments are just stumbling blocks. And there's the difference between a stumbling block and a stepping stone is the character of the man or woman who is walking the path. I want to come on here to be artistic and to vent and to share some of my feelings on current events and things that are going on. And these people just want to throw salt in that game. And they want to throw a wrench in those plans. The best way to get at someone is to, one, be above them, not beneath them, and to try to do better than they are. Like I said, I come on here as a way to express myself creatively. I never wanted to fight with anyone, but I also never want people to pick at me either. I'm not going to be one of those that you can just pick at me and I will bow down. People know from my other channel that I've got a really good knack for drama, but I never felt good about it. Even if I was getting out on people and people were just cheering me on, I had, almost 6,000 subs and I was making all kinds of money off of dragging people. And that was all fine and dandy for about a year. But I didn't sleep good at night when I was doing it because these people that I'm dragging are just that. They're people. They have feelings. And I know that some of the stuff that I say is hurtful to them. And I can sit back and count my money, but I know that it's blood money. And I know that I'm making money off of someone else's pain and suffering. And I'm telling you what, I am just not that type of person. So that's why my super chat is off. I could turn it on tomorrow if I wanted to. And Laura and Molly gave me this challenge when they were dragging me one time. Why is they super chatting on? Because I'm not comfortable with making money, bash for cash type of thing. Because I know that some of the things that I say, and I've strived for some of the things that I say, can hurt someone's feelings no matter what kind of face they're trying to show us here on YouTube. Strong. And, like when Alicia was on that panel with Molly and Laura and she was getting dragged, I mean, that hurt my heart because I like Alicia. Right? But I like Molly. And they were the ones in the middle of that. I find it hard to say anything rude about Alicia, but what's between her and Molly and her and Alicia and Laura, that was between them. I don't feel like she was ganged up on because she came in hard and she bounced back from it and she's back with a thicker skin. Now, if she doesn't like Molly, then that's going to have to be her problem. And if she doesn't like Laura, that's going to have to be her problem. So I liked Laura in the first place when I watched her making little Facebook videos, and then she started doing a little YouTube where she was a little proper, and then she got bigger and bigger and bigger. Well, I understand that. Laura knew that drama sold, and for a while there, I was a part of her commodity. But when Laura's not coming at me and being shitty towards me, I like her. And tomorrow it could change. Tomorrow me and Laura could be going back and forth with each other. But the bottom line is, I never came on here with intentions to hurt anybody's feelings, and I damn sure didn't come on here with intentions to get mine hurt with lies and stuff. These people have trashed everything about my life, everything that they could pick about. Oh, he lives in a trailer. Well, you know what? There's like 2.5 million people that live in trailers, so that means you must have a problem with all of them. Oh, he rides a bike. I like to ride a bike. Oh, he doesn't have this. His kids, his wife. Oh, and that's all they can do, because I think I make too much sense for some people, and you just can't have that here. You just can't. When people are trying to make nonsense, you can't have somebody throw some sense into that because it throws them off their game. Right? Bash for cash. That's exactly what it is. I just wasn't comfortable with doing that. What did Steph have to say? I didn't hear it. I'm not listening to Steph. I don't dislike Steph. I know that it's just part of like venting when you come on here and you drag and you're good at it, because I had my day. I was good at dragging people. But your heart has to be in it to stay in it. Your heart has to be there. Your heart has to be, you have to have a black side in your heart that's there. And I just didn't have it. I wrote that show down. I haven't watched it. I got it right here. Gunsmoke with a Smile. I haven't watched it yet. I'll find it. I'm glad you reminded me. I'm a space cadet. So anyways, I'll finish up by saying this. What Steph is doing on YouTube is a way for her to vent. It's a way for her to be creative and express herself. And she does it with negativity. She's really good at doing it with negativity. I wonder how she would be if she switched to doing positive things. But at any rate, I'm going to go ahead and shut this down. I think it was a really good live. And it's nice to be able to talk things out with people. And I hope maybe one day, some of the people that don't like me would come talk to me. Give me a chance without an audience. And I've said this before to a lot of people. Without an audience, without a peanut gallery. Because I definitely am not this person that you all portray me to be. I'm not. If you knew me in real life, you wouldn't think any of this stuff. But anyways, I'm going to shut it down. I think that was well worth having. Y'all have a good night. Peace and chicken grease. Oh, and by the way, the people that keep cracking on my avatar, thank you, NewsTubers Live, for making that for me. I appreciate it.